There you go. Okay, this whole time I was talking to myself. That's crazy. Okay, cool. So one, basically what I was saying. So I'm gonna redo this whole thing. Fuck it. Cool. Monthly is bullish, right? Our next area or target would be this high here, right? As far as monthly goes. So yes, we can have this large push, and then, yeah. So this could be a pretty good buy for me. But you have to mind the wicks at the bottom, right? We've swept liquidity pretty much, but the only one we would mind is this one. But this is pretty much a wick fill. It's already filled, so it's good to go as far as it's bullish, right? Weekly, price is also bullish. We broke this structure. We've had the hardest time breaking this structure, but at the same time, that means if we broke, we could just continue. We don't have to like pull back at all. But it would be good if we did. But I don't control that. It's up to whoever the banks. If they decide price is too expensive. If price is too expensive, then they'll sell. If not, whatever. But right now, the economy is in a scarcity mindset because Trump tweets something, everything goes to shit. Yeah. So again, you got to be more. The market isn't what it used to be here. This here I like. Why? Because again, you have this, within the daily, obviously there's a break and retest, and here you can catch this mean ass move. Same as here, there's a break and retest, catch this move. And the same thing that happens here, right? Where we have that consolidation break. I'm trying to see if I can find it. This consolidation break, right? We've had a hard time breaking this, right? So actually, let's assume this here, right? We finally get up there. Well, we eventually do have that wick to the bottom. So my thing is with this, is the wick to the bottom gonna be big enough? Because this was bullshit right here. We didn't even wick. We just straight up bought for the as far as daily goes. Um, and that's kind of what I'm betting on. I like how the 4 hour close doji here. That gives us opportunity for this to happen. Same thing that happened here for whatever 96,500 is around psychological level. So, but price was liquidated at 96,300. So we could have a similar effect here, but right now we're kind of just sitting here, right? We rejected a zone once, we rejected it twice. We could highly have it happen the third time. And this third time, respect this level as long as we don't break this low. We're good to go for longs. And the thing is, it's like, yes, I would love to take a counter trend trade. But the thing is, make sure my mic is still can hear me. Okay. The thing is with counter trend trades, where we don't have body markets. We have a president that's actually doing shit, that's actually moving shit around. People might not be happy with it, but he's doing shit. Biden didn't do anything, hence why we had moves like this. You feel me? Like price was just moving like crazy. You feel me? Price was moving like it was all bullish. Price eventually came, corrected itself hard. Um, and right now we're just sitting here. We've just been sitting here for the longest. I haven't traded GJ since I caught this bull run here. I caught a mean bull run right around here. And this was around May, and then I caught another one within this time period here, around July. So, but I haven't traded GJ in a really, really long time. Last time I traded it, I tried to sell because, like, bro, liquidity, just resting it. You had these liquidity points just resting here. So we could come all the way down to 193.4, but hey, I don't think we are. You know, I don't think we are. And another thing to pretty much watch out for is this here, this wick fill and then immediate sell. Wick fill could have an immediate sell, so it's like it's hard. It is hard. There's no consistency. We have this break retest perfect buy, right? Realistically, break small retest buy target these highs here. Plain and simple, right? And yeah we could definitely target these weekly highs. That's very possible, plausible. I like to make the color of this the color of the background. So that, because if you make it black, you have this black outline. But if you make it color the background, it's gonna be white. and it's just a lot easier to work with. You don't have shit on your screen. You feel me? That's just something I like to do. You don't got to, but I'd rather just have these white numbers because I pay attention to it. So yeah, yeah. So we've been, had a hard time breaking here, right? Morning star, evening star formation here, but wasn't respected. But the thing is, with this evening star formation, there isn't enough price action to tell me, hey, this is gonna sell or this is gonna really buy, because this could just be a wick fill sell, or it could be a wick fill, no retest, just continuation. So this isn't in a spot where I like it to. So the only thing I have for this is the pullback. So this has to pretty much pull back into these zones. As you can see, there's nothing but liquidity for market to come and take out. The fair value gap matches with the 2 hour one. So all I can do is pretty much just set my alarm. Actually, I'm not even gonna set no alarms. So so basically this is how I set up for the week, right? I go through everything, right? That includes indexes as well. I mean futures. Not futures. The S&P index, US 30, right? I go through all of these, and basically I just find the best opportunity for the coming week. What are we working with? You know what I mean? And this is there's no there's no real structure within this, but it's the same thing that happened here. So eventually we're gonna have something like this. So let this pretty much build up momentum and then get ready for the sell. But I don't know why I'm looking for that. Back here. So the fact that, all right, so pretty much all I can do is wait for the sell and then catch this buy. Um, yeah, I mean that's the best I can do. I'm keep it real. Like the most. This is like the most. Usually have like a 40 pip stop loss. I'm trying to see if I can find an entry. So we know there's a fair value gap within here. I wonder if because price made it, rejected these, right? Didn't really go all the way through. What does 2 hour look like? 2 hour was an exact fill of the fair value gap. In the 4 hour, it was a sell to pretty much here. So about, I want to say 123%. So I could do the same thing with this, where again, this is like isn't like scientific. This isn't a scientific thing. So price could make it right here, 190, 194, 194, give or take, which fits in with the fair value gap. So the 1 hour, yeah, the 1 hour fair value gap is literally right here. What sucks about entering this now is because last week we had this slowdown, we had this accumulation, right? And this is what you want to see, and then you want the break of that, right? This isn't where you enter. You enter off the retest. Feel nice break of this. I would say this is the high here, and the break happened right here on the 1 hour. As soon as it breaks, catch the retest, go long, and then you catch this all of this. And this was pretty much a, assuming that you enter right there, right? Stops below here, right? You're going for like a 1 to 2. Let's say a 1 to 3, give or take. I mean, you pretty much catch all of this, and it didn't, never came back. So 1 to 5 would have been your treat, and you're within the 40 pip stop loss. This would have been a perfect trade right here. This would have been a golden child trade. No pull, no drawdown, just straight to take profit. It's a 1 to 5.8, and that's pretty much what I'm looking for, right? I'm not fiending for it. I'm not forcing it. I'm just on some light shit. So the only way I can enter this is if we have a pullback to the fair value gap. I don't think it's gonna happen that fast, even though this pretty much happened pretty quickly. Like within the same week, it broke, retested, and bought. So the fact that we broke again, what are the chances that we'll come here? Could be good. The fact that we haven't broken this level of support and resistance. I mean, technically isn't like a better level, but whatever, whatever. Um, yeah. So pretty much, I can only enter this if once we have the pullback. So now I'm looking for something better than GJ, and basically I just rearrange them. And then the next day I'll come back, look at it again, and then I'll see, okay, are the ones that I put on top, do they make sense? Once my mind has basically reset, I like to come back the next day, and that's why I start marking my charts on Friday. Friday, I get pretty much as I can. Well, let me say this: Friday, I get my high volatility trades in. I'm pretty sure this isn't all of them because they don't line up, but whatever. I'll fix it later. But I'll get the high volatility trades in. Right, I'll mark all of these down. Right, again, I don't have any thoughts of wanting to buy, sell, nothing. I just go through them to the best of my abilities, and then Saturday I'll go through these, and then Sunday I'll wake up in the morning and I'll just kind of go through them and see, okay, which ones do I like for this week, right? Which ones make sense? Some of them I'll double take, and then I like to have 4 to 5 trades. So top 2 or 3, and then the other ones will be here. It just depends. But the ones that I'm really focused on are my top twos for high and low. Those are probably the ones I like to look at the most. This one really looks like a sell. Consolidation within here. Boom. Break. Retest. Probably gonna do the same thing. Consolidation. That's kind of how this price moves. Because you can see consolidation doesn't. This isn't really like some. Because if you enter, like, assuming that you enter here, right? Guess what? You have to deal with this, right? And then you finally get your move, but very, very slow. Again, Tuesday. Pretty much took 2 weeks to get down here. I don't really want to be a part of this, but we'll go through each one fairly, not to be. So this is bullish. Bullish. We already swept liquidity, so we're good. We can definitely have this wick fill onto the buy side. Yeah, we're bullish, even though we have an evening star formation here. We are bullish still. And then daily is still bullish. I'm seeing pretty much the same thing here, but just not as high. Just this is still bullish daily, so I'm looking for buys. So I would like to see this pretty much get back into my area of interest and look for buys within that. And any pair that I don't like, I don't add a thing. I just leave this here to let me know, hey, this is something I was interested in. Maybe whenever my mind is clear, I'll look at it again. But for now, this is pretty much all I'm looking for. And then we just pretty much bring it right back to the highs. Now this one, I'm glad this trader here is a little bit ambitious. I mean, going down a time frame isn't really gonna do much here, unless we have something within the 30-minute, which I doubt. I mean, we do. Just for time's sake. Now we can kind of see what we're working with here. And then I like to mark out the lows. Then we can see if maybe if price comes into here. No. Now we could pretty much bring it back to these highs. But the question is like, all right, I don't think I'm gonna always target a 1 to 2, at least a 1 to 2 5. 1 to 2 5. Go ahead, delete these. That way I know I'm not interested in this until. So now I'm looking for better than these two. I just keep going. I pretty much do the same thing. Keep going down the list, and we work our way down the list. All right. Obviously, I don't really like price actions that's already down at the low, but this wick fill could potentially happen. It's just a matter of catching it, to be honest. I got some water with me. And yeah, I'm on. Let me see. And I made it back. And an 8 route. Alright. So we know as far as monthly goes, we still need to come back and make this wick. So this is really, really good for a sell. I like it. I like that we matched, hence we pretty much just filled. So obviously this is a pretty easy one. You don't really need to mark it. Higher high, lower low, lower high, higher low. This is where you want to buy. Lower high, higher low, higher high, higher low, lower high, and we're just kind of here, flatlined. That's pretty much what price is right now. Just, you know. So now what you can expect is to make this higher low, where price comes and breaks and sweeps all this liquidity. It's as simple as that. Now go down to the 4-hour, right? Now pretty much try to find an area where, okay, price has respected the zone really well, which I think it's this one right here, give or take. If you see it, right, touch, we broke. The retest didn't hold, fell right through. Respect. We're sitting up in here, you know. So this could be a very good, depending on what price wants to do. Again, I've been trying to sell this since April 17th, around here, 22nd. I've been trying to sell this thing. I don't know if you can tell with the blue lines and shit, but price is just not fucked with me. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't fucked with me. So I just been following it, you know, letting it do its thing. I do need to delete these. These blue ones you don't ever want to keep on a chart, because you could always draw them back up. They're just meant to give you an earlier entry. That's it. So now that we have this area, right, we can make the conclusion for AUD/USD that, hey, we're gonna fucking sell. You know what I mean? Now, do I think that we will buy, have a little wick fill? I don't know. I don't like when prices already set like this, because it could just straight up sell, and I don't have any liquidity point besides probably price buying. I would like to see price start buying immediately. That's gonna be a really, really good sign. Seeing that this is a high and this had the opportunity to break, this had the opportunity to break, and we didn't break. We engulfed, retest. I'm assuming we could just have this, and this is where it's very important, prudent that you wait. You know what I mean? And this right here. This is a waiting game here. You know, we don't do no rushing. It's a simple trade right here. Simple trade right here. Straightforward, beautiful. You just wait for the pullback. Stops at these highs here. I'll even include these wicks right here. Catch a nice 1 to 4.11. You have this here, right? Again, we're on a 30-minute. You can trust that the 30-minute could come and sweep liquidity. That is a good indicator. Absolutely. Because again, price is gonna make wicks on both sides. Like you see this here, it just kind of bought. You can go down to the 1 hour. Oh, never mind. It just bought. Well, this is a terrible fucking example. This would have been a perfect entry. Sweep of this. Boom. This already got swept. Yeah. 30-minute. Already got swept, pal. So this is a nice break. Yeah, pretty much wait for this and then continue on selling down. But the thing is, again, I already lied. I move it up. Any one that I don't really like, these aren't necessarily ready. I'll move them down, and then basically I'll go through these and yeah, and then I'll rearrange the rest. But as long as I have like my top three, if I have top four here already, I don't even mess with these. I just kind of just, close that up, leave it alone. Or you could just, you know, yeah, and then you only have this to work with. Either way, I'm only looking at this anyway, so we can just keep it like this. Chilling. Look at this mess right here. This is what you don't want to see. You want to see this, but not this here. It's all just stuck together. It's no good. So yeah, I'm trying to see. There's no pullback point. Again, this one gave a really good break, a retest, respect. We respected this pretty much this lower high here. We didn't break it, and then there just isn't like I don't know how you would enter this. This break, retest. You're not getting a morning star formation. You're just 30-minute looks a lot cleaner actually. There's a lot of fucking dojis. A lot of wicks, And this is what you don't want to see because this is disgusting. Because it's just basically what I'm working with right now. Let me see, my mic's still good. Okay. Basically, what I'm working with right now is this. That's effectively what you're working with, and that's shitty as fuck because having to emotionally deal with this entry here, right, stops above the high or stops actually above the recent high, which is a big ass stop loss, by the way. Realistically, it should be like right around here. You would have got stopped out, right? Because you already have this sell, and you're like, finally, what time is it? 3 a.m. You probably close your eyes, go to sleep, wake up, you're out of the trade, dude. You are out of the trade, pal. But I like this, but I want to see something even better. You know what I mean? I like I like certain things. I like certain things done a certain way. I like to see certain shit. So yeah. So we go on to the next. We shall go on to the next. Again, this is not financial advice. You feel me? So do as you wish. This is just how I see the market. I could be right. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's just my interpretation, how I see the market. If you want me to show you how I trade, that'll actually be really cool. I'll put my time into you. It don't matter who you are. I don't. At least at the stage that I'm at right now, as far as like my influence, I'm not gonna charge you nothing. Just ask away. We can hop in the Discord, and I'll show you what's up. You know what I'm saying? And the biggest thing about teaching people, at least for me, I don't expect you to know what to ask. So I'm gonna give you homework first. Go read and do the homework, and then come back and ask me questions. Matter of fact, I have like two p. Oh shit, my dad's on the way. He said on my way. Perfect. Perfecto. Million about decent job. All right, we go over the daily. Oh yeah, weekly. It's bullish, but we're consolidating, so I don't think I want anything to do with this. Um, yeah, even though this is really bullish, I don't want nothing to do with this. This has just kind of been in here. I want clean price action. Yeah. Next one, monthly. Like yeah, you could force it and try to like read price action on small time frame. You could get a trade. Like, you could get a trade within this right here. All right, and just like how it react every time, huge wick, sell, huge wick, sell, huge wick, sell. You can expect the same thing to happen. It's not that hard. But the thing is, I'm only interested in this, right? Like for instance, let's see if we can find an early entry, right? Where we have a touch here, go over to the left, we have a touch here. That's three touches, right? The more touches, the more powerful a zone is. All right, we have another touch here, we have another one right here, right? So you have an early entry right here, right here. You have an early entry right here, right? But you have to keep in mind that price has been consolidating, respecting this zone here and respecting the zone on top. So I don't really want nothing to do with that. And the fact that price is moving so slow, why consider it? You know what I'm saying? Just wait until it gives you a good move. Wait for the pullback. That's your entry. There's no need to try to force this. Like this is forcing it. Like why would you want to attend this? You know what I'm saying? So it goes to the next one. We basically just try to find better. That is really it. Um, all right, so this one here, we are bullish above area of interest. I like. We've kind of already had that pullback. This wick fill is kind of expected, like we had here. Same thing here. It might not hold, so that's why it's gonna be a really quicker trade. So this is bullish. We've already created a floor. This is pretty much a higher low. No, a lower high, and then we could come create a higher low. So that's practically what I'm anticipating. So if we go daily, right, higher high, somewhere within this flat line is higher low, lower high, lower low, lower high, higher low. This is where you want to enter for longs. And then obviously you have your lower high, wait for that higher low to be made. It could either be here or it could be down here. That's the part you don't know. And now the fact that we're sitting right here, right? You just see, okay, looking at this, right? Realistically, this is where you want to enter. Whenever price makes this little H, go long. As simple as that. This little H, go long. That's just how I see it. I've seen it time and time again. It's just a matter of like, trying it out. Damn, I don't know how to pause ads permanently. It's all good. It is all good. It is all good. And realistically, I do have to chop this up though, cause it's gonna be a little long. But my pops is on the way, so I might just do these two to kind of post my first one. I mean, I've kind of gone through a couple, but I'm still looking for some better than AU. And pretty much, I'm just sitting here chatting away. Oh yeah, like I said, yeah, higher high, higher low, lower high, lower low, lower high, higher low. This is where you want to enter for longs, morning star formation, retest, go long, literally. Yeah, higher high, higher low. I mean lower high, higher low, higher high, higher low. This is this is the part where it's like, you don't really know about this. Is ugly. You don't want nothing to do with this. And the fact that it's ugly, you don't really want to do nothing with it. But either way, it's still gotta come create a higher low. So, and the fact that price is still bullish, it's best you just wait for a higher low. So either we can respect this zone or we can come all the way down here. Don't know. Yes, it's gonna suck that it comes all the way down here and you miss the trade, but you're better missing the trade and not spending any of that money than trying to force the trade and losing. Like that's pretty annoying. I ain't gonna fake it to you, but yeah, I don't see unless we get a nice pullback within here. This is actually really good at triangle. I ain't gonna fake it. This would be a really good entry point right here. But if we can pretty much make it back up here, just even if it's based off, market open, just spike, that it would be nice. You can catch this. This is possible, but I'm still looking for better than these two. And if I don't find nothing, I'm gonna leave all of these alone. Go on to low volatility and see what we're working with. Go over monthly. Let me see this nigga text me. I think I'm gonna just post the video as is. I don't think I'm gonna chop it up. If it's long, it's long. Whatever. Like that's the whole point of educational videos. Learn. Um, I'm still waiting for this wick fill. Same thing we had here. Wick fill. I'm still waiting for this wick fill. Price, obviously, email top. Love that. Love it. Love it. Love it. Same as this. Well, wicking hard as fuck. Evening star formation. Little wick fill. Right. Go over to daily. You kind of don't need to do the higher low here. It's kind of obvious, but within this structure here, lower high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower high, lower low, lower high, this is where you want to enter to go short. And I mean, I've kind of repeated that a few times just the other way for bullish, but this is pretty much where you would want to go short. Perfect, 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 perfect. And right off the bat, this is how I find my number one trade for the week. Simple as that. Simple as that. And I like to put my alerts right here simply because like price probably might not even make it all the way up here. Even though I like this fully to close, price might not even make it all the way up here. So I just put it at the closest where it's like even if you give me a tap, that lets me know, hey, look at the charts. Turn on your phone. Look at this. That's kind of what that's for. And price, it does move. I like GBP because you get consolidation breaks, which I like. Consolidation break, consolidation, pretty much this big at consolidation break, you know. And voice is dry. Yeah, consolidation break right here, same thing. It just like all these wicks is because shit is happening and shit is changing in the world so much. People don't know what they want to do. Realistically, this would have been a beautiful break, retest, continue on up. Another thing that I learned too, price is better off. Let me not say better off. There's a higher chance of price not breaking a zone versus it reversing. So you have a better chance just taking a counter trend trade sometimes than trying to take price, for it to break and shit. Why is this here? Not a fan of it. Not a fan of it. Not a fan of it. This potentially could make it to this week, which again, price does that a lot. We make it to the very last week. At least as far as pullbacks. I don't as far as TP targets, like this right here is a pullback. Pullbacks. No. This is. Let me not say that. I need a better example. Because usually what happens is price will pretty much go all the way to the pullback point, and then you'll have your move. For me, but this right here is a little bit backwards because you have your move, you left liquidity. Pullback is supposed to come all the way down here. Again, is that's at least that's what's been going on for Trump markets, and I just been rocking with it. Um, yeah, I'm not streaming to nobody, just one, and it's it's been like that for I don't know how many. Well, let me not say that because when I played only up, I had 80 active viewers, and I had people talking to me, which was really cool. But I don't know. I just never took streaming seriously. It just I never had a cam, so until like recently, but it broke. So I need to put some money down into a camera that I've been trying to get for real, and see how that goes. But so far, GPCHF is my number one pair for the week, and I'm still. These are ifs. I'm not too happy about these, but I'm really happy about this one. I'm kind of sort of happy about this one, not too much, but I really like this one. So I mean, we're free to do whatever we want within here because, mind you, this is a 30 minute. So the higher low doesn't really pertain to this. But as far as like this though, like consolidation, this right here is considered a break, even if it's the next game. Even the smallest break here, this engulfing candlestick is beautiful. Now I'm just pretty much waiting for this wick, and then we just take it down. Um, and you've seen time and time again, price does break through the EMA. It kind of doesn't respect the EMA as far as like this zone goes. EMA isn't really respected. You kind of just smash right through it. So that tells me, okay, cool. I'm safe to enter if once I get this pullback, enter. Kind of safe there. Yeah. I'm probably just gonna throw $100. And the fact that the 2 hour matches with the 1 hour matches with the 30 minute, that tells you something. And the 15 minute, that tells you something. You know what I'm saying? That should tell you something. Like, hey, this is a coincidence. I don't know. Like, let's do something. Every time I look into here, I just make sure that my mic is working because Yeah, I got a Blue Yeti, and sometimes it just does weird shit. You feel me? That's why I don't have like the Logitech shit open. Cause when I have that open, it be doing some weird shit sometimes. Sometimes it mutes it on its own. I don't even know. So yeah, I just don't do anything about it. You feel me? I just kind of leave it alone. All right, now we go to the next one. This is interesting. This is very interesting because we have a break. We have the wick rejection. Hold on. My fault, but that was my mom. I probably have to redo this video simply because it's just so. I might not even redo it. Fuck it. I think I'm gonna just post it. But yeah, as you can see, we've pretty much done everything. There's only one, two, three, four pairs left, and I'm gonna kind of go through these on my own to kind of lock in with it. My number one pair obviously is GBCHF sell around 1.1 1.11432. I lied. 11304. And this is my second favorite. And then tomorrow I'm gonna do low volatility. This, so right now I'm gonna read USD JPY. Anything USD, might as well just sell it. Keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. I've been looking at this since fucking December. I've been trying to sell and I missed the sell opportunity, but that's fine. That's the whole point of missing. You would rather miss than try to force yourself to be in a trade. That's just a lot better. You feel me? And my biggest thing, or at least before I end this stream, if you can reach a goal once, you can do it again. It's really as simple as that. Same thing with yeah, if you could reach a goal once, you could do it again, right? So in trading, if you made 500 before, you can do it again. It's just a matter of getting up in that head of yours and understanding what you're doing wrong. If you made a band, you could do it again. If you made 5 bands, you could do it again, even if you fail. You feel me? It's okay. Um, you could just do it again. It's just a matter of once you get there again, don't make the same mistake that you did last time. And I bet you the mistake that you probably made, especially if you were able to reach, let's say, past the band, right? Let's say you started an account, right? Live account. We're not talking about funded here. Live account, your own money, right? Assuming that, let's say you put in like 500, right? And you got to 5K. I bet you the reason why you lost that account is because you got greedy. You seen, hey, I can make this much, right? How about I risk a little bit more? Let me make my take profit a little bit bigger, right? Little mistakes like that, yeah, don't do that. There's a reason why, like you got humbled. So, and the biggest, again, my other big takeaway too with price, like I said earlier, you're better off. Price has a better chance of not breaking the zone. You know what I'm saying? I said that backwards. Price has a you have a higher probability of price reversing on you at a zone than it actually breaking. The same way this literally example right here. Even though price broke and never held. So this would have been a false. This is a fake out. This is a fake out right here. This is what you call a fake out. And two, you're trying to buy and there's a gap right here. Price always comes and clears gaps. Just keep that in the back of your head. And two, keep it in the back of your head. Price has a better probability or possibility of reversing at a zone than actually breaking through. Yeah. And I'm not talking about the higher highs, higher lows. I'm talking about like your area of interest. Price has a better probability or possibility of reversing versus breaking through. That's why with the way I trade, break and retest, you know what I mean? You wait for the break, you wait for the retest, and you wait for that entry. Again, entry here, that's one. This is hard to enter right here. I ain't gonna fake it to you because it's like one big swoop, sweep liquidity, sell immediately. That is hard to enter. But it's been like it's not natural. This is natural. Like there's nowhere on this chart, at least within since 2025 started, that has done that. It's done that once. Not a fan. Yeah, so this is where I'm gonna end it. Catch y'all later. Gotta go help my mom with the groceries. And yeah. I'm gonna post the second part tomorrow. I think this is just gonna be raw cut. I'm not even gonna edit nothing. I'm gonna just post it how it is. Alright, dudes.